Good morning and welcome to the Point. We begin this morning with a special guest and a special announcement about the coverage of the 2020 election. Joining me now is political director and host of Meet the Press, Chuck Todd from NBC. Chuck, let's get right to this announcement. It's a big deal because you're selecting a handful of counties from around the country to put a real special focus on in the 2020 election, and one of those is right here in Kent County. How did you choose this county and what will it mean for your coverage?
Well, look, one of the things that we wanted to improve from 16 is to get more granular. For 20, 30 years, we've done the battleground states, and you always say these are the swing states. But the fact of the matter is we know that certain counties are emblematic, not just tell you where a state is headed, but they're actually emblematic of different voting patterns around the country. So why you ask Kent County? Look, I think as Kent County goes, so goes Michigan, and in this next cycle, number one. And one of the reasons is Kent County, one of the reasons we picked it as one of our 5, is it's emblematic of this realignment that might be taking place. And I say might because it's certainly happening now in the Trump era. We don't know if this realignment will continue if there is after President Trump leaves office, be it 20 or 24. But the thing is this, we've seen these the suburbs start to move towards the Democrats. And if you look at a place like Grand Rapids, who I look as the avatar is Gerald Ford. So for me, that means the avatar is the moderate Republican. Well, the moderate Republican right now seems to be flirting with Democrats, if you will. And we've seen, particularly in Kent County over the last couple of cycles, that movement even before Trump. But in some ways, Trump has accelerated that movement around the country. And I think Kent in particular, you know, if we see Democrats carrying Kent, that will say a lot. Now, Kent becomes even more interesting to me if Elizabeth Warren is the Democratic nominee, because it's that suburban voter in Kent County that I think, while they don't like President Trump, might not be comfortable if the Democrats pick somebody too far to the left. So it would even increase the relevance to me of the importance of Kent County, depending on who the Democratic nominee is going forward.
Well, I think you're right. I think that nominee will play a big part in what you look at. But what does this mean for you and your political unit? I mean, what kind of information mining will you be doing? I guess what I'm looking at is how much of this can I steal from you over the next 12 months?
Well, what it means is, look, we're going to have extra reporters whose single beat are the 5 counties. You're going to see a lot of presence of NBC News. For instance, on State of the Union night, for instance, and we'll go outside of Washington. How's it playing in the country? One of our correspondents is going to be in Grand Rapids. One of our correspondents is going to be in the other 4 counties. That's the point. Like, that's how those are the tent poles that we're going to plant here. But we're actually going to do something else that I think you'll see more as a digital, something that'll be online more often than you'll see on air, is that we also plan on recruiting sort of citizen observers in all of these counties. And these will be people that we just hope will tell us, hey, what's the conversation like that you're having online, for instance? You know, with the way Facebook targets these days, it's very hard to know how campaigns and voters are having a conversation with us in the press. So we are hoping to essentially have contributions from citizens in this county that tell us, that help inform us also, hey, this local issue is playing in the national race, or you guys are missing this issue that is really percolating here. So look, here's the bottom line, Rick. I don't want to be blindsided again in 2020. Let's be realistic. A lot of political reporters were blindsided in 2016. And the extra data, extra resources, more granularity, going to the places that truly are at the tipping point of where the country is headed, left or right, will make it a better broadcast, make the viewers, I hope, more informed and more prepared for the election night itself.
Chuck, we look forward to seeing that extra coverage in our area and look forward to seeing just how this all plays out. Thanks very much for being with us.
Well, Rick, personally, I love visiting Grand Rapids. And so this is a great new excuse to get out there. It's a fun downtown you guys have developed. It's a great city. I'm excited that we're going to be putting an extra spotlight on you guys going forward.
We'll look forward to seeing you. Thanks again.